Decided to play the character because some aspects of this character can be very apprehensive for the GM. I actually had the character thrown out of the last game.
I wonder
Very
why.
rule abusive, I'm sure.
No, it's nothing to do that. It's just it's a pro-slavery character, and some GMs are like really anti-slavery as people, so they just don't want that kind of mentality in the characters in the party.
Makes sense that somebody that uses dominates and charms and stuff would be pro-slavery.
Right. I mean, I tried to make the character without that, and I just can't come up with a logical, reasonable personality for an enhancement specialized caster that is not something that's along the lines of pro-slavery and domination. I'm kind of surprised the dominate person is not an evil spell.
Yeah, I can't blame him on that. I mean, I consider all necromancy spells kind of in the evil alignment, but for some reason they aren't considered evil unless it's animate dead.
But that's the thing. It's not necromancy. It's enchantment.
I know. It's weird.
Okay.
Whatever.
You guys ready?
I am ready to
Yep.
chop some things up.
I'm ready. Where am I?
Where are you?
How do I reply to that? Was that sent just to me?
Yes.
How do I reply just to you?
/W space GM space your message.
/R works in this program.
That's true.
Oh, so just like in DDO.
I always forget that /R.
I can't wait to use rage with my blood reservoir. I'll only get 32 strength.
Only. Okay, at the completion of the last adventure, Rylus received a message from our old buddy, Baron Barali, asking if you would attend a wedding for him and be his representatives, and he would pay you after the wedding.
Where is this a baron of?
It's the Baron from the Midnight
Is this the
Mirror.
campaign that we broke?
Yes.
In the Dow? Okay.
And the wedding is actually in a large town called Bellis, which is in the Reduan Forest, controlled by the nation of Andoran, along the banks of the Selin River. Once again, it was established as a lumber town, and it now produces agricultural goods, in addition to the cut timber. They really
So
like...
this is not going to be a horrendously painful wedding.
I hope so.
Oh, I do remember that I told that one guy to fuck off, so he might come after me.
He won't.
Villains are stupid. Don't you know that? They're gonna send a bunch of henchmen at us, and we're gonna kill them, and then he's gonna beg for his life again.
Okay. Give you a little background on
Oh,
Bellis.
Claire, you need to clean up your effects. You have like a billion things.
Why do I have a billion things?
You're still raging, and you got some kind of resist thing on.
Oh, the resist thing is the damage reduction that we got.
No, that's the DR one.
I'm not sure what the resist thing is, but that's tied to my rage for some reason.
Because you have that resist fire when you're raging from the dragon stuff.
Do I even have that yet?
I don't know if you should or not. You didn't get any reach powers last time. All you got this time around was DR1. And a feat.
I'm thinking she retconned to have that like many, many games ago.
No, I'm looking through my abilities. It doesn't look like I mean, I do have the dragon totem, but I don't have it doesn't look like I should have the resistance yet, so I don't know why that's there. Hang on.
It doesn't matter, it won't work anyway. It's using the old scaling caster level code that's been removed. Which means I know it's old because it was back when we were using my extension.
Well, if it's old and ineffective, that's all the more reason to get rid of it.
Okay, guys, the frontier town of Bellis stands within the quiet shade of the Verdun forest, nestled along the western banks of the slow-moving Selen River. Flower gardens color every homestead, painting a vibrant scene under the summer sun. Common folk go about their business, tilling the land, tying off keel boats, and hobnobbling over cups of mead. In the distance, a dog barks, children laugh, and the bees hum while gathering pollen. And I'm going to give you all the wedding festival map.
Nothing bad could possibly happen here.
Hey, it's a wedding!
Why are there lines on the ground every 5 feet at this wedding location?
I don't know. Hopefully it's like the one wedding in this one show that I watched. A lot of people died. I think it was called Game of Thrones.
And tonight, Darren will not encounter any doors.
Oh,
How's that for a spoiler?
I see a building. What's A6? It's got these red blocks around it.
doors!
He'll never make it that far alive.
That sounds highly entertaining. Darren, could you go break down the door to that building?
Charge!
Ah, shit, they done broke the module.
Oh, we need another Timmy.
Here we go again.
Okay.
Hey, Darren broke this module. You broken the other ones. Darren takes 100% credit for breaking this one. And it was all the GM's fault for giving an adamantine gauntlet in the first dungeon.
Well, I do take responsibility for that.
Well, you've taught me as a valuable lesson as a GM that adamantine stuff should not come into play. Not until at least like level 10.
Ever. And charm person shouldn't belong there either. Okay, Rylus, Flair, and Darren, you're on a nice little cobblestone path leading to the bridge over the water. And you see several small fidgety children sitting along the short wooden bridge, and they are fishing. Fishing poles are dangling from their hands, and the buckets are empty. They haven't caught anything yet.
Naturally paranoid and prepared.
Yep, it's a wedding, alright. Throw the armor on.
It is invisible, and it lasts for hours, so I don't have to worry about it after the wedding if I'm really drunk.
Well, good thing Darren's in his best suit of armor. It's really shiny. It's mithril.
Yeah, Mithril, you could polish that up to make it look like ceremonial.
Okay, as you approach the bridge, the children are just looking at you and fishing. And Rylus, you detect no magic.
He's so paranoid. He's afraid these children are going to swallow his soul.
I don't care about the children. I'm worried about what might be hiding under the bridge. If you had a bad leg like I do, bridges would worry you too.
And the kids say hi to you as you approach them and ask if you would like to fish.
Darren says, watch an expert. Darren throws in his fishing net.
Well, let's see. Make a survival check.
How deep is the water?
Bam.
The water's probably anywhere from 4 to 7 feet.
Barely above Darren's head.
And Darren, you catch a fish.
See, kid? Easy. Here you go. Take it home to your mother.
Oh, please, sir, won't you catch us another one? 'Cause we're going to sell them to the dude at the fish fry. And, you guys notice a fox that comes down to the edge of the water looking for fish.
It's about to be a contest, isn't it?
So
Oh.
20,
Oh, shit.
23 to hit a fish. I don't have anything to target, so I can't apply the penalty for shooting in the water.
First you gotta use survival check to spot a fish, buddy.
It's a river. It's a stream. It's not like a big lake. I'm pretty sure they're all around.
Yeah. Yes, they are. What's the penalty for underwater?
I don't know.
I would just do a
Varies by
50%
rules.
concealment.
No, it's not concealment. It's a penalty for refraction, but it's...
Considering what the profession or survival skill is, I'll let you have it.
I think on average it's like a -4, so I'd have a 19.
Would there be anything left edible of a fish that you hit with an acid attack?
Maybe some.
Here, have a fish bone.
Oh, okay. A sizzling fish floats to the surface and is just like flopping around. Almost.
Alright, wait a second. Actually, better idea. It's 13 to hit it, plus it's helpless. So, its AC's -8. Is it dead?
Yeah, it's dead.
All right.
Frozen
Since,
fish!
since his dead classifies as an object,
Uh,
I'll mage hand it over to the fox.
well, the fox caught one on his own.
Wow.
Darren's like, this is easy.
Fine, I'll mage hand it over to me. See? It is pre-cooked.
He kind of takes it from you and says, "Thank you, sir," I think.
Just throw that one back in the water.
Okay, they have several fish and they're all excited and jumping up and down, you know, typical kids that have fish.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were here for a wedding.
Yes, and give me just a second and I'll give you, you are here to attend the wedding of Elwyn
Lannister? If it's so Lannister, I'm out of here.
Oh, I love these names. Those are their first names, but it's the Ursage and Winmead wedding.
Yay.
See, this is why you bring Rylus to your party. That way, whenever I have words I cannot pronounce, I just go, hey, Rylus, go ahead and read the description.
It is Arian and Kayla getting married. But we are not concerned with that. We are looking for Baron Borri.
No, you're attending the wedding as representatives of the Baron.
Oh, okay.
So, the Baron doesn't want to do it because this bores him, so he'll pay other people to attend it.
It's gold.
This is boring. Surely we can get a job that would require killing something and getting paid for it.
Every town has problems. Just keep your ear open. We might find something for a little bit of side pay.
Oh, you know what I'm going to go for side pay? I'm going to this tent here and looking for the largest keg of beer.
Darren, as you come off the bridge and so forth, all of you you have found the feast tent, and Rylus, you can see a gazebo and an amphitheater type setup. You can hear sounds of music and dancing coming from A4. And to the east, you see a rose garden. And
Well, as a representative, I need to go announce myself and give the Barons congratulations. I'll head to the gazebo. That looks like the most official place to find somebody official.
okay, let me get Darren drinking, and delicious smells are coming from the tent, and partygoers are coming and going. You see wooden plates of fried fish and barbecued pork and cups of honey mead. And around the back, you see smoke rising from several cook fires. And
See, you should be more like Blair.
why don't
She
you roll a
knows her
perception?
priorities.
Why don't both of you roll a perception? Okay, and you kind of notice as you're entering the tent that the fox that was caught the fish down by the stream is handing the fish, mouthing the fish, to a female standing beside the tent. And of course, the female definitely notices two barbarians at a wedding.
How many barbarians does it take to ruin a wedding?
Just one. Okay, Rylus. Up the path. The path is strewn with flower petals, and you see wooden benches, and flowers are adorning the structure of the gazebo everywhere, and a line of well-wishers extends to a seated couple dressed in finery beneath its roof. The wedding has not taken place yet.
Right. The Baron, did he send a gift to give the bridal couple?
Yes, hadn't thought about that. Yes, you do have a wedding present consisting of fine china.
Well, it's probably wrapped. I don't know what's in it. But fine china. It survived the trip with 2 barbarians?
Surprising, isn't it?
Hey, Darren knows how to take care of valuables. Valuables equal more shiny coins equals sharper axe.
There we go. I'll get in line with the well-wishers and work my way up to the bridal couple and present them with the gift on the behalf of the Baron, along with his best wishes.
They appreciate you attending their wedding, and as always, Rylus is impeccable, and they're sorry that the Baron himself could not attend. But they do thank you for your gift and for traveling this way, and invite you to enjoy the wedding.
Why, thank you. I most certainly will. What time of day is it?
Let's say it's like 11:45 a.m.
Oh, it's early.
And the barbarians are already starting to get drunk.
It's 5 o'clock
5
somewhere.
o'clock somewhere.
So, player, fortitude saves?
Might as well.
Oh, looks like player's gonna win this one. Your fortitude's only 5?
Apparently.
Odd.
I don't think she has a high con like you.
Might be why.
Hence the hit point difference.
Shh.
Mm-hmm. 10 to 15. Okay. And you notice this female cleric comes into the tent, and there is a fox riding on her shoulder. And where are you headed, Rylus?
Over to the Rose Garden.
Over to the Rose Garden.
I'm just kind of wandering.
The Rose Garden is, from where you're standing, you can see that it's thick and 10-foot tall hedges, and it appears that it's been cut into a maze. Yeah, right.
I think I will take a moment of peace away from the barbarians for once and actually explore the maze without the barbarians going through the walls.
Oh, please say Rylus is getting kidnapped.
That would be interesting.
Oh, I've got to make a note on that. Kidnap Rylus.
You make it sound like it's
This
the
is
first
like
time
your
it's
like one
happened.
and only opportunity.
Okay, while Rylus is taking a stroll in the rose garden, there's the full description. You see several pieces of sculpted art throughout the maze, with benches placed conveniently nearby. There are other people in the maze with you.
Every now and then I'll throw a detect magic towards something like the sculptures and stuff, just to see how well furnished this rose garden is.
Not a problem, and you're not detecting any at all.
Because they're totally going to have magic statues to stop people from stealing the flowers.
Sometimes they do have magical preservation spells on pieces of beauty like this.
And
It's a way to gauge a town's wealth.
okay, and the barbarians, why don't you roll a perception check? Let's see how drunk you are. Do you notice the fox at your feet? Okay, you got a little fox sniffing around your feet. Darren smash.
Nope. Darren grab and pet.
Oh, it just got interesting.
Wow, beat me by 5. I'm a joke.
Darren does this for a living.
Well, you picked up a fox and you're petting it, and gonna see what the fox would like to do.
It's gonna tell me, "Put me down, you big idiot." Oh, that's definitely gonna require a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, hold on.
Nobody steals from the barbarian. Nobody. Ooh, that's pretty good. But not good enough.
What about modifiers for being drunk?
You can attempt to bluff. You probably wouldn't expect it from a fox.
He would have to speak the freaking bluff, and then I'd think I am drunk.
I
You don't have
can't
to speak
speak.
to bluff. You just have to do something that's bluff-like. Feigning in combat is a bluff check, and you don't speak to do that. You just feign, and just move in a way that makes people think you're going to do something.
Oh, too funny.
So what would I roll to try to break free? Wait, I think
Oh.
I have Escape Artist.
I was gonna say you're an escape artist.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gone. That beats my CMD.
Okay, the fox has escaped.
$34 to $26. Good show. Good show.
Okay. Rylus, you have pretty much thoroughly explored the garden.
I take a seat and enjoy the quiet. Thinking about all the trouble the two barbarians are probably getting into in the drinking tent.
Speaking of which, what are you guys drinking? Ale, mead?
I have no idea. Darren's the one pouring the drinks.
I was gonna say whatever is regularly available, and I'm not getting bitched at for drinking it.
Does anybody know the DC of honey mead?
It's like a 13 or 14. It's not all that terrible, but each additional drink is like a +2 or something. That was the 3-5 rules. I don't know if it's anything different in Pathfinders.
Well, guys, you want to go ahead and roll again? I'm assuming you're going to have several.
Oh, Mr. Sneaky.
I don't know if it's been mentioned yet, but the fox has actually got gray silvery fur.
That box is sneaky.
Right out under the tent he goes. Okay, and you all start hearing people say that the wedding's about to start and that everybody needs to come to the gazebo.
I looked it up, and the rules for drinking in Pathfinder have actually been quite minimized.
Which side's the side for the bride?
We'll go right side. And the barbarians and Rylus are there as guest of the groom.
Darren wants no part of it and just goes and sits on the bridge. And I completely butchered Flair's name.
Yeah, I noticed.
Okay, a sudden swell of music announces the bride and groom's approach. They emerge from the chapel, which is A6, and guests are immediately gathering in the amphitheater at the center of the grove. The procession reaches the gazebo, and a lady announces a song about unexpected love from Sheilan's Melodies of Inner Beauty. She nods briefly to the musicians for accompaniment and starts to sing. And during the singing, why don't everybody make a perception check?
Generally, when you guys make perception checks,
I
you can
win.
roll them in the tower, because we're not supposed to know those.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just
You-
poking the button.
It makes sense for Darren not to make this perception.
You still have a perception check, you just have a -1 for every 10 feet. How far away are you? Yeah.
Way far.
Way far and probably not even watching.
Nope, not at all.
Okay, let's see. Rick, Flair, Lila, and you hear a humming coming from the woods behind the horseshoe pit, which is behind the gazebo.
8-5 is right at the horseshoe pit.
Yeah.
And what kind of humming? Is it a high-pitched buzz? Is it low? Is it...
Right now it's very low. You can barely hear it, but it is something that you have noticed.
Oh yeah, I'm 45 feet away. Yeah, you definitely can shout to me.
Last time I ignored something humming in a game, I got eaten alive.
It's kind of funny because I died for the first time yesterday on one of my characters. It was just a perfect storm of bad rolls.
It's a good experience. It humbles players.
It was shocking, I'm not gonna lie. I missed my dungeoneering roll, so I had no idea what the monster was. And then it blinded me, then confused me. I smacked myself with my bow, and then it hit with 6 touch attacks.
Almost sounds like a chaos beast.
It had lots of mouths and eyes. I can't remember what it was
That's a
called.
chaos beast.
A Glubbering monster or something like that.
Gibbering Mouther?
Gibbering Malver. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I almost had a party wipe to one of those in society.
Yeah, it was not fun. Yeah, the one key detail that we needed was to stay 10 feet away and just shoot it to death because it's slow movement speed. Didn't hit it at all.
It's got DR too, so most of your ranged attacks might not be as effective. I ended up having to use I forget if it was a silver cold iron. I had a silver and a cold iron cestus on each hand, and I had to end up having to like drop my sword and use one of them to just beat it.
Yeah, we lost the pet and me in that fight. But here was the funny part. Those 6 attacks equaled perfect damage to kill me. Like, perfect. One little less roll or one missed attack would have messed it all up.
That's got to make you wonder.
I mean, what can you do when you're flat-footed? I mean, that's all my AC as a rogue.
Yep, you have to get around that. So what's the humming?
Okay, the wedding singer is still continuing to sing, and about midways through her song, she suddenly stops and gasps in pain, and she's swatting a bee from her forearm. And the low sound that you heard kind of erupts from the tree line behind her as thousands of bees rise into the air. The mass of insects is headed straight into the gathered crowd. People see them coming, they hear them, and they are terrified. And everybody except Darren, since you're on the benches, people are scrambling, they're running away, benches are being overturned. But for the next 3 rounds, you need to consider it difficult terrain.
Awesome.
And
I have no idea what my movement is over difficult terrain.
Half normal.
Every square counts as 2.
And no
Okay.
5 foots, but it's not going to matter. It swarms.
All right, I'm assuming initiative.
yes, everyone needs to roll initiative.
And pray we have something to deal with swarms.
Any source of open flame anywhere nearby?
Actually, I spent a bunch of the money that we got from the last campaign on several bottles of Alchemist Fire.
Well, I meant like what I could see sitting here.
Alchemist fire burns for a round, so as soon as one's thrown, it will be an open source of fire for you.
Awesome.
Okay.
I have tinder twigs whenever I get up there.
I'm guessing they wouldn't have had any fires lit because it's about midday, so light's not an issue.
Correct. You don't see any, like, candles in the immediate vicinity.
I don't know what your range is, but there's a bunch of cooking fires behind the feast tent.
Hooray for Flair, she's going to save the day.
Who knew those would come in handy so quickly?
With a name like Flare, you'd expect to be able to do something to a swarm, right?
Are you kidding? I've had, like, area of effect items since the first level. You guys should always have Alchemist Fire or Acid on you.
Oil, man, oil.
Yeah, I don't care to take that standard action to rig it for that. Besides, it's more fun to have bottles of volatile liquid on you in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah, so that can be on your back when it blows up.
Which is great, because I'm immune to it.
Not everyone is Azamar.
That's okay, we forgive you.
Okay, turn, so what do I have to do? Combat tracker or something?
It's your go, if you want to move, or if you want to go ahead and take your action.
Since I know the success or failure instantly, if I want to do an acrobatics check to treat the terrain as normal, I can just roll it normally, or do you want me to throw it in the tower?
You can throw it in the tower.
So what is the DC?
Nobody's trying to resist me, so I'm assuming it's probably one of the more normal ones, probably like a 20 or a 25, something like that.
Yeah, it's a set DC for acrobatics. I forget what the number is, though.
I don't know offhand. Let's see. You didn't make it. We'll go with 25.
Gotcha, so I'm stuck doing slow move. You said the bride was the one that got stung?
No, it was the wedding singer.
Oh, the singer, I'm sorry. And where would they be located?
Just a second. Oh. Letter tokens. There we go.
Next to A3, perhaps? And are they panicking and running with everyone else, or are they kind of not moving? Is she not moving?
They're kind of panicky and running. They're trying to
I have a question.
get out of the gazebo. Yes.
Are these things poisonous at all?
You'll find out when you get stung.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Then I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no,
try.
That actually is a good answer.
Then I'm gonna try to just move clear of the panicking throngs.
But just to give you a hint, most swarms have some type of save attached to them. So more than likely, yeah.
And prepare my weapon.
Alright, how do I give people stuff out of my inventory, because I also happen to have some antitoxins on me. I want to give one to Rylus.
Rylus would be too busy to take it.
Okay, base swarm is getting closer. And
Dun 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 dun.
and louder.
Actually, I just realized I have no idea how to set up an effect for an antitoxin.
You could just add 5 to whenever you need a fortitude save.
Okay.
And is it Leela or Lila?
Lila.
Lila. You're up.
I know. Would I be able to do a heal check on the one that got stung to see if there's any poison in the sting or anything?
Not from this distance.
How do I cast Shield of Faith on Rick?
Depends on how you have the effect set up. If you have an effect on it, you can just drag the icon for the effect over onto his token on the image. You can drag it over to his token on the combat tracker, or drag it over to his portrait in the upper left-hand corner. Another way of targeting is to hold down the control key and click on the token on the map, and then hit the effect button if it's already set up.
Yeah, she took the ones from the spell book itself, so they did have a lot of that stuff already programmed in.
All right. So in the entry, there will be little icons. One of them looks like a man standing there, all weird looking. It's a little white button with a profile of a person. That's the effect button. Easiest way I find: hold the control key, click on Rick, and then on your character sheet, click that effect button.
My Shield of Faith didn't have that little...
Yeah, I'm looking at her character sheet now.
Then there's no effect set up for it.
No.
He just adds 2 to his deflection bonus, or you make up an effect real quick. Effects are completely optional. They're not needed.
I've got I think at her caster level it'd be a 3. It's 2 base and then 1 more for every 6 caster levels.
Well, then the easiest way to do it, but you have to remember to take it off when it's done, go to your character sheet, since you're the recipient of the spell. On combat tab, the second tab down, there's a column for deflection up at the top where it has that box. Hold control and mouse wheel, and it'll go +1, +2, +3. When you hold control and you use the mouse wheel over one of those boxes, it's a temporary modifier that'll apply until you change the modifier.
All right,
That way you don't have to do math.
And I don't normally have one.
And then she just has to use up the casting of the spell, depending on how she has her spell set up.
She's got it set so that when, like, we were messing around last week, and when she clicked on it to cast it into the box there, it wouldn't regenerate until he did the Night's Rest for everybody.
That is the way it's supposed to be. I'm assuming. I don't know what class she is, so.
Let's see. 6 per day. Yeah, if you just go ahead and click the little circle beside the Shield of Faith, everything's reset for a new day.
Oh shoot, I forgot to calculate how much rage I got. Is it 2 every round? Or 2 every level? Crap.
Yes, 2 rounds of rage per level while leveling up.
All right. Now I think the circle you clicked was the cast icon. It was an icon of a D20. On the left-hand side of the spell, if the spells are prepared properly, there'll be little circles. That's when you click to mark it as being cast.
There we go.
I got
should
it.
show it off.
There. That's the proper way of marking a spell cast.
Vermin repellent?
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
it is a chemical item.
Alright, I'm not entirely sure if I want to toss a thing of Alchemist Fire yet, but how do I work that as a weapon?
That would...
It's a ranged touch attack. Actually, it's not even a ranged touch attack. It's hitting a square. So your DC is like 5. It's stupid easy to hit.
I mean, I have it set up as a ranged weapon with 10 with 10 ammo because I only bought 10 of them.
Yeah, I would just roll the attack in the window here because it's only an AC 5 to hit. Yeah, it's really hard to miss a swarm because you're targeting a square and you're not targeting the swarm.
Raid, really.
Yep.
But so throw the die where?
I just throw it in the attack window. If
Yeah.
your attack is greater than 5, you hit. Okay. Now, I would not roll damage on the creature. I would roll that out here because whatever that number is going to get 50% more because splash weapons deal 50% more damage to swarms. And then the GM can automatically deduct it. That's the easiest way to do it. They don't have a formula for it yet, I don't think. Unless Rylus knows of one.
Fantasy Grounds doesn't have that capability yet.
So yeah, you did 6 damage instead of 4.
Okay.
Okay. And Darren, you can see a whole bunch of people screaming, going apeshit.
Darren carefully puts away his portrait back into the scroll case and stands up. And that will pretty much be his turn.
And what was it a portrait of?
Probably some long lost love.
His father.
Am I clear of the crowd yet?
Yeah, for the most part. They are hightailing it.
Not quite sure how swarms perceive things. So this ought to be interesting.
Oh, when things take another round of burning, does swarms burn again on the alchemist fire?
Yeah. Shame we don't have an alchemist with us.
And no kidding.
Yeah, no. This would be a cakewalk battle.
That depends on the alchemist. There's a lot of civilians.
What sort of light sources are there at the cathedral over here? Anything inside or anything like that that I can see from where I'm at?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to just try to avoid detection right now. And I can move at full speed while being stealthy.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, I have a question about a swarm attacking. Do I get to hit everybody in adjacent squares or not?
No,
No,
there's
he
no
only
adjacent
takes...
squares.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
got to be in the square with them.
A swarm, like a normal size swarm, takes up 4 squares. It's the squares that it takes up of which it deals its damage to. It doesn't do any attacks. So
and it
yours are
deals
all
its damage
sitting-
at the end of its turn.
Right. But your swarms aren't sitting in the proper ways. They're taking up partials of 9 squares.
So that would be right.
That would be right. Now the 4 squares that the swarm's taken up, that's its target area. It has no reach. It only affects the stuff in those squares.
Got it.
Now, just so you know, it doesn't have to be a square. It takes up 4 squares. As long as all the squares are touching another square somehow, it can change shape to accommodate. So your token obviously is round.
Right. Okay. Well, you got lucky. They stopped.
Something that I've actually seen GMs do for swarms in Fantasy Grounds is create 4 box pointers and use those to represent the 4 squares of the thing, so they can change the shape of the swarm as needed.
Oh, it makes sense.
It's a little more hassle to move, but if necessary, it's an option.
So, and he probably could have just attacked me, couldn't he?
No, he.
I don't know its movement.
Yeah.
Now, there's much more civilians in front of you that'll take the blows for you.
Oh no, it's not the civilians.
You're up, Lila.
I think I'm just gonna try to move closer to the center of the area and see who all's injured.
Okay. And when you're done, just click the little down arrow on the combat. Yep.
Okay, Flair, this is where you roll another d6, because the swarm just took another d6 of dice damage. So 3 damage now.
Alright, and
Got it.
can I attack this thing normally with my greatsword for like my full 2d20 base attack or whatever?
Swarms are immune to weapon damage.
It depends on the size of the creatures in the swarm. I'll be honest, I have no clue what an Awakened Beast Swarm is or what statistics it's using. The name suggests that it's not a normal swarm and doesn't follow the normal swarm rules. So it's probably totally based on what's written in this module specifically. Swarms of fine creatures are immune to weapon damage. Swarms of tiny creatures, I think it is, actually take like half damage from weapon attacks.
These are currently immune to weapon damage.
Because they're fine-sized creatures, they're little bees. Yeah, weapons won't do anything.
Well, in that case, I am off this piece. Run away, retreat.
Or have I gotten to difficult terrain yet?
No, as long as you stay. You have people running across the bridge, so yeah, one round would be difficult. Since you're running against them.
4. Yeah, that's 4. Still close. I pull out my oil and wait for something to catch on fire.
Okay. Lila, you notice that the bee swarm is attacking the bride.
I am trying to find the source of whatever these things came from, see if there's any sort of indication as to what might have sent them or anything like that.
Okay. Currently you're not finding any. And Flare, they're on top of you.
Like on top with an attacking range on top, or just like
Yes,
right
they are on top of you. Let's see. They don't need to roll to hit, do they?
No.
No.
If they're in your square, you take automatic damage.
Okay, make a fortitude save.
They're not
should I do
currently
it?
in her square.
Should I do it in the tower, or can I just like toss it?
It doesn't matter. Okay, and you're taking... And you take 3 points of damage. You're getting...
Was that a poisonous attack?
You actually, yes, you made the DC.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure because I added the +5 for my antitoxin.
However, you need to make a DC check. You need to make a fortitude save for the next 3 rounds.
Okay.
Where, by curiosity, what's your con at?
$12.
Okay, I don't think you leveled up your fortitude. Because your base plus 5 plus your con should equal at least a base of plus 6. I was wondering about that. You never know when 1 point might make a difference.
And it's your turn, Lila.
Can you repeat that?
Your bases, your base saves are 5 for fortitude, 2 for reflexes, and 2 for will saves. And because you have a 12 in con, you should have an additional 1, so your fortitude chase should be a plus 6.
I only have my will is 0. My will save is, 0. Blow me.
And Lila, you're up.
I'm gonna try to get the bride out of there.
Hang on. My will has a miscellaneous -2. What the hell is that from?
Not a clue.
Raging should be a bonus. I don't know about a penalty on anything, though.
Well, I'm not currently raging, or I shouldn't be currently raging.
That rage stuff dealt with effects on their characters, so it wouldn't be that.
Nah, I think you accidentally put that in there, man. I have no idea what you have a miscellaneous for.
What can I do to try to get the bride out of there?
That's what I was just looking at.
Probably be a drag combat maneuver. Just grab her and drag her out.
Yeah, just, on your character sheet under the main tab, down at the bottom, you're going to see CMB. Now, if you just drag that little dice over to the window. And that's gonna that would provoke an attack of opportunity from the swarm, wouldn't it?
They don't get those.
They don't
Swarms
get
don't.
those.
Oh, bummer.
Yep.
Okay.
Or are they going to reach out with their arms?
Yeah.
You're covered in bees!
Okay.
I can literally run through the bees and they don't attack me. The only time they attack me is on the end of their turn.
End of their move, not turn.
That's true. End of their move.
Okay, and you have successfully grabbed a hold of the bride and pulled her away.
Where is the difficult terrain now?
Where you're at, Rylus, as long as you stay out of the benches, you're on normal terrain.
Alright, I'm just plan on taking the path anyway.
Well, pretty much all I can do is move away from the swarm.
Move and throw your alchemist fire. Good damage.
I feel like I probably should have bought more than 10.
Are you done, player?
Yeah, sorry.
Technically,
So
the bees are still burning, right?
they just now got relit. They only burn for 1 round.
True, but Darren prepped oil.
Yeah, it's my turn anyway, so I'm going to toss it. Such an easy one to hit. Here's the problem with oil, though. Come on, high, high, high. No, it didn't ignite. That's the problem with oil.
What does it have to be to ignite?
I have a 50% miss chance with oil. Alchemist fire is a 20 GP each. Oil's only a silver. And you pay for that difference as well. Is it still difficult terrain, or am I...
You're good. Just stay out of the benches.
Tell those morons at the chapel to make run for the river.
Would you like to make a fortitude save there, Lila?
Oh, hang on, I forgot to make another fortitude save.
I thought you only had to do the multiple saves if you failed the initial one for poisons.
It says frequency one per round for 4 rounds.
Yes, that's the effect, correct? That's only if he fails the initial.
Ah, you are correct.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, and Lila is immune to the damage, or to the poison, and takes 7 points of damage from the bee stings. And Rick, you're up.
Gazebo made out of wood?
Yes.
Banners or anything hung up for the wedding?
It's decorated in flowers.
Okay, that's not gonna help. Alright, I'm going to just attempt a distraction. Inside the swarm.
I'm
Pretty
pretty
what?
sure they're mindless and they're not subject to anything like that.
Hence why Color Square doesn't freaking destroy them.
Oh well. I can do literally nothing.
Welcome to the party. Yeah, I never
It's
prepared
off the
for
flare.
swims because we always had boom mages in the party.
It's all up the flare and her 10 alchemist fire.
8.
Rick, I'm watching you. What you're doing up there? Did you stop looking around the A5 horseshoe area and turn back towards the swarms?
Yes.
I was gonna say, would you even bother talking to him? He's a fox.
No, I'm in my human form.
Oh, you're in your human.
When I
form,
snuck
okay.
away, that's what I changed into. And I was
Okay.
sitting on the bride's side.
So technically, he's a human you haven't seen before.
I don't care.
Correct.
That's where the bees came from, and I saw someone snooping around up there instead of running away. That got my attention.
And Darren, would you like to make your fortitude save?
Absolutely.
And you take 9 points of damage from bee stings.
8. DR1. Wah, 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 wah.
So players DR1 as well.
Oh, so I should only have 2 damage.
That's what I was thinking.
I think if you drag, well, you don't have it typed as damage.
And Lila, both you and the bride are getting stung. Wow, I should have used bees in the last module.
She's been using swarms all along. Best way to kill a party.
How far can I, like, take her away from the bees? Like, would I have to drag her, or would she just willingly walk where I lead her?
Well, she's getting stung by bees, so she's quite erratic right now. Let's say 20 feet tops.
So how about right there?
All right, you're good.
How much damage has she taken?
She's stung pretty bad.
And as to Rylus, how you noticed me going around, I've been attempting to avoid notice the entire time around there.
From us or the bees?
From anyone. Why would I... Okay. I mean, a stealth check is a stealth check, correct?
Yes and no. I mean, a stealth check is a stealth check for anyone who's not already noticing you. It's a matter of, did I see you before you started going up there? Because you have no cover. But it's irrelevant because I'm headed to where you are, whether I know you're there or not. That's where I plan on going.
Okay.
And you're up, Rylus.
And I will move one more into your square if I don't know you're there. So I guess it does matter.
That +5 was there. Just ignore it.
So it took 4,
6.
6. 50% extra damage. And that was just him burning this round. You
Right.
could technically throw it again. It's good enough. I take splash damage. Oh, wait! I have DR1. Doesn't hurt.
That's only versus physical attacks, sir.
Yeah, you need fire
This is a
resistance.
touch attack.
It's a fire attack.
That's true.
I really didn't think that through. Which is funny, because I was thinking about it like 5 minutes ago. I was like, if I throw another Alchemist Fire, I'm gonna catch this dude. And then I was just like... And then somebody just brings it up that I can do another one this round, and I'm just like, fuck it.
It's 1 fire. I think he'll live.
Yeah, I'll live.
And if not, I'll get a different barbarian.
And besides, you're a barbarian. You're not supposed to think.
If
Yeah,
one of my
but
barbarians
I'm
is
the
taken out by-
level-headed one, remember?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but if you get taken out by Alchemist Fire at your level, you're not worth keeping around anyway.
I splash damage off with fire at that. Do these two bozos finally decide to take off?
Yes. I
I'm-
must slide them out of the way ways.
And I'm guessing the crowd's cleared off since it's round 4 now, right?
Yes.
It's just the bride. Good. Okay. Hey, perfect. Allow me. And I pick her back up over the shoulder. I will start running away with her next turn.
Okay.
How much does the bride weigh? That would be the next question.
She's on that juice cleanse, right? She should be nice and skinny in her wedding dress.
I mean,
400.
You got rid of all
surely
your
it's under
weapons.
200 pounds. I mean,
Oh, let's go 145.
okay, yeah, she's plenty for me. I can easily handle her.
Until she turns in the party and ends up being the boss of the module.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Not everyone betrays you in the module.
I know, it's sad, isn't it?
Besides, we're gonna have the anti-Rylus module, right? Everything's gonna have a will save plus 20.
That is this module. This is the module where 90% of the creatures are immune to 90% of my spells.
Okay.
So it's all you guys.
So the bee swarm moves over, and where'd my 6 go? And Darren, you take 7 points of damage.
6 points.
6 points of damage. I can drag that in there. That's 14. And Leela. I don't know why. I'm thinking Futurama with her.
That's another reason why people generally use pointers to represent the swarms, because the whole overlap thing.
And you're at 16 total damage.
I'm back. Sort of.
Okay, you hear someone shout, "Lead the bees into the tent."
From where was the shot?
It's from the south of you. And
Wait, did you skip my turn?
no,
No, you threw an alchemist fire and hit Darren with splash.
Wow. That was short. Or rather, that took a while.
I still don't see anything up this direction other than Ryla's coming out.
no.
Okay.
Just a horseshoe pit and some bushes.
Double move towards the tent.
And you notice the bee swarm is following you.
Hooray!
You get a fortitude save. Fortitude save.
Absolutely. And you take 8 points of damage from bee stings. And you pass the fortitude save. And Lila, you're up.
There's a giant 7-foot man next to you saying run.
I am going to cast Channel Energy.
As far as a swarm, is it considered one target? Can she use her selective channeling not to heal the swarm?
Channel positive energy is immune, but channel negative energy will be devastating. Because you got to think about it, they're insects with like 1 hit point of each.
She channels
Based
positive.
on what you're saying, no, she cannot selectively select not to channel it. It will get healed.
Well, that one's at full health anyway.
Yeah. It just wouldn't do anything to the swarm. It wouldn't heal it or
Yes,
harm
yes,
it.
it would. Swarms are considered one entity. The individual components don't really matter as far as the game mechanics go.
That seems silly.
Well,
Yeah, but
You would
channel
assume.
negative energy.
yeah, you would
Yeah, I was
assume
gonna say,
channel
you think
negative
channel
energy would
negative
instantly
would-
kill them all.
Yeah, exactly. It would be devastating, I would think. Because they're all 1 hit point each. It's just the problem you can only hit so many at a time.
no, they're not 1 hit point each because there's thousands of them there, and the swarm doesn't have 1,000 hit points.
Yeah.
But channel negative energy doesn't have a limitation on the number of targets.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, it's an area. Which is why it deals 50% more damage against swarms.
Which is why I would
great
assume
tool.
that with selective channeling, she can choose not to heal the swarm, as it's dealt with as a single entity.
Probably.
Sounds good to me.
So do I press the little plus sign next to my channel energy to cast it?
You need to select your targets first.
Yeah, I was gonna say select probably me,
And the bride.
the bride, and yourself.
You won't be able to select the bride.
You can. You hold control and you click on the icon. It probably is underneath the swarm, but
I mean, I think he's saying that it doesn't have a hit point total
Yeah,
somewhere.
the bride's not
Yeah.
on the combat tracker.
oh yeah, that's right. Why didn't you put all the NPCs in here for us to kill?
For that reason. You're just going to command them anyway, Rylas.
No, I'm not. These aren't my people. I came and did what I was supposed to do. Came here, represented the Baron, gave her her wedding present. We're done.
If you make it out.
They're not bothering me. I can walk out.
That's true. What an asshole.
But I'm the asshole that survived.
I'm just gonna be like Forrest Gump and just start running.
So, how do I get it so that I heal him and me?
Well, first the GM needs to move the swarm because it's on top of him. And then you'll hold down the control key and you'll click on your token and you'll click on his token.
She's already got him targeted. Just hit the plus sign and it'll heal us both. Ta-da! It's easy! And then just mark it off and you're done.
Don't forget to give me that point of fire damage.
That's not for you. They were
That was
already
it. That was its continuous burning.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean to actually roll it on the thing, though. I'm kind of focused on something else at the moment.
Yeah, you can still do it. Just right-click on the damage, choose the half thing, and then drag and drop it for the additional half damage. I already did it, but that's how you can do the automation.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty. You could still ×3 run in this game, right? I lose all dexterity. Like it matters.
×4 run if you don't have a medium load. Oh, are you carrying too much?
I'm carrying a bride. She needs to lose weight.
Yeah, ×3 movement, straight line, no obstructions. Alright, now you're jumping through benches. Running is a straight line.
Okay, well I guess I could... That would be the end of my move. And I'm backpacking the bride.
Backpacking the bride.
We need to get a handy haversack with an endless bottle of air.
She would have been a target of that positive energy as well, though, so at least that's something.
Yeah, she's probably not dying. She's just probably thankful to be far away from those bees. And they are coming for me.
No, I'm pretty sure they're going to the tents like they were told.
You commanded them. That's funny.
I didn't command them. Did you miss that? A voice from the south tent yelled to the bees.
He
Nope.
just yelled, "Lead the bees, take the bees to the tent."
Double move to the back of the tents as far as I could get, so that hopefully something happens.
And Flare, you take 5 points of damage.
I'm guessing I roll a thing
Yeah.
again.
Lila, you're up.
I'm just gonna run to the tent.
I'm going to delay my initiative till after that bee swarm 1 that's in front of me, because I'm going to move through there without there being a bees. So, if you could move me down to initiative 4.
Burn them, Flare. Burn them. Plus 2 more. Does that kill it?
And that's the 2. Nope.
Wait, I'm sorry, was it 5 plus 2 or half of whatever I rolled?
Half round down.
Okay.
Darren decides not to put her in any danger of this plan and just continues to run. 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, he's much farther than that. Actually all the way down here. On his movement. That's his double move.
And would you like to make another fortitude save there, Lila? Okay, you failed your fortitude. And you take 1 dexterity damage.
I forget, can that type of damage be recovered?
Yes.
Yes. Damage, yes. Drain, magic only.
Good to know.
Drain sucks.
So, what's going on in the tent? They called for us to come to the tent. Is there anything I see now that I've stopped running?
You ran into the tent, and as you did, you noticed that everybody's out, but you know, there's some people outside holding tent flaps open like they're trying to channel the bees into the tent to trap them.
Then I will wriggle my way underneath and then help hold from the outside wherever there seems to be a place for me to fit.
Okay.
Did I need to roll like an escape artist or something? Are they like already holding the edges down?
No.
Well, then I would call for that. Hey, we're going to need people to hold down the edges.
Hey, Flare, guess what?
1 damage.
Oh boy.
And you made your fortitude.
Antitoxin for the win.
It's like she knew this was happening.
I'm secretly a psychic.
I'm gonna move through the tent and out the back,
Okay.
and then channel energy.
Who are you channeling to?
Would the radius reach Flare, or should she have possibly channeled first and then moved?
She's out of reach. She would need to bump herself up a square. Or just wait for Flare to move, either way. She could delay her channel until Flare moves in the range if she wants to.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll delay it till he's in range.
Okay. Flare, you are up.
Burn, bees, burn.
It's dead!
Yay!
I pretty much set her down and asked her if she's alright.
No, she's very swollen and bee stung repeatedly. Oh, and the bees follow Flare into the tent. And hey, guess what, Flare?
Boy, someone's determined to get a poison hit on me.
You want to make your fortitude? And you made your fortitude.
And the DM cries a bit inside.
I forgot to include Rick on that channel energy. Could you add the heal to him as well?
Yeah.
Oh, it's simple. If you wanted to do that, you can take the 16 of your channel energy, drag it onto him, like so.
Yeah, but channel doesn't go to walls.
Whoops! And I heard him. My bad. I killed him with subdual damage. I forgot about that.
You drag it to the subdual box?
No, dragged it on his token.
It's
Is it?
damage?
It's typed as heal. It's supposed to heal. That might
Yeah,
be a bug in the
weird.
program.
I was gonna say I dragged and dropped it, and like it just did subdual damage. I don't know how.
Try this.
And my wounds went from 8 to 24, so it added it to that and subdual.
Alright, you gotta drag it onto the wound box in the combat tracker.
Ah, so you just can't drag it to the subdual. Okay, makes sense. We learn something new every day.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but my point is, channel energy is a burst. It doesn't go through materials. So if he's holding the tent flap down, he's not going to be targeted.
How does that work? I thought it was... I don't know how. I don't know the rules specifically on burst.
It's a burst. It starts at the central point and it goes out to the end of the range.
Then
If it
the only
intersects
person that would...
anything-
Then the only person that would have benefited from it was Lila in the first place, and there was no reason to delay action for Flare.
Unless she held her tent flap up where she's standing, and then it would have went north through the opening in the tent flap and hit them. I was under the impression that's what she was doing.
I don't know.
I'd say it's a tent. It's not a wall.
Yeah.
Darian can spit through a tent. It's not a strong enough tent.
Are you gonna still hold the tent down, Rick?
Well, yeah, the whole point is to keep the bees
Yep.
in, right?
And Lila, you gonna do the same?
Yeah, I'll hold the tent down.
All right, Flare.
I guess the logical choice would be to book it this way and hold the tent down and see what happens.
Light it on fire!
I'd rather not waste any more alchemist fires until I know what the purpose of bringing the bees in here was.
I meant light the tent on fire so the bees burn.
Would that even work?
Yeah.
They can't escape.
Well, no, because I mean, if alchemist fire only burns for one round,
Easily flammable and non-occupied materials. Like if you throw it on a person, the materials get the same save as the person. But unoccupied things, flammable materials, why wouldn't they combust?
well, alright then.
Um,
So what do I do, just say I used it or something?
well, there is campfires, cooking fires behind the tent down by Lila.
Sweet.
So, holding the tent flap down, all the bees are currently contained inside the tent.
And they're probably choking to death on smoke.
Suck it.
Suck it! Okay, well,
So I'm gonna go with not wasting an alchemist fire then. At least not this round.
yeah.
I am kind and generous. I will use my potion of cure light wounds.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Okay, well, you did light the tent on fire, correct?
No, I did not.
It wasn't Lila's turn.
Since they're contained, Lila, if you want to go ahead and set the tent on fire, We'll get rid of the bee encounter.
Yeah, I'll set the tent on fire.
Okay, the tent is smoking. There's a few bees escaping, but they're more fleeing than looking for things to attack due to the amount of smoke. And a few rounds later, the tent is completely engulfed in flames. And a couple of rounds after that, it's ashes on the ground. And guys, if you don't mind, can we take 5?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. Need an aspirin anyways. Oh.